Welcome back to CAD 112, and we are in Project 16. It's in week 12 of engineering graphics, and we're going to draw this one in AutoCAD, and I've got the drawing here and this in AutoCAD. We're doing a broken out section. We're going to take and break this thing out on one side so that you can see some internal features of it. So let's draw it real quick. I'm going to start out with just a rectangle, 0, 0 to start out with. Start out over here. Let me click on here, and now rectangle 0, 0. And this thing is 6 inches by 1.5, so 6, 1.5. We get that in there, and it's exactly the same size up, so I just do a copy on that. And right here's your copy, and I'm just going to bring that up to about right there. It's perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and just delete that. Delete that, and I'm just going to project over, straight over. Project this one straight over. Right there is perfect. To start this up, I want to do a 45-degree miter line. It's on there. Make sure that's on. Project that over. Let's turn my nearest off real quick so I can project over. There it is. Now bring that straight down. I'll bring this straight across, and I can start drawing this thing up. Now I want to put a center line right in the center of it here, and this thing has got a 1/2 inch bore all the way through, so I can just go ahead and offset by 1/4 of an inch both sides. Actually, I got an extra one there. This, of course, would be my center line, and you'll have to make you some layers. These would be hidden for the time right now. So I'm not using a template, so I'll have to make me some layers real quick. New layer, I'll call this one hidden. That's fine. Line type, load it up. Let's go down here and find me a hidden line. Good. Use that, and hidden line is a line weight of about 0.3 millimeters. So that's good. I'll make me another one up. I'll call it a center line. And we'll make it a red color. And it's a default. Okay on that. And now my hidden line, I want it to be like a lighter, not as dark a black. I'll have like a little bit of a gray color. And for right now, and we'll make an object line. Object line, and we'll make it black as well. And it's going to be a 0.6 line weight. And that's when we're going to keep current, and I can jump back and forth between them. But anyways, this and this, I want to make my object lines. Boom. And make sure I must have it on hidden, so I need to change it to continuous. Okay, and close out of there. Everything's looking a little bit better. Now, this 2 lines, they are going to be hidden lines, so we'll go ahead and get that straightened out. Hidden, good. And I also need a center line right in the center of this. I kind of come out past it just a little ways. Grab that line and change it to a center line. And I didn't set that one, so I'm going to go back in there and set that up. Center line, and load it up. There's my center. Okay. Make sure it's on center, and we should be good to go. Alright, so now something's going wrong here. So I got to figure out what it is, and I want to do a dimension on this real quick from there to there. And this is 1.5, so my center line is off, and I'm just going to do a move on it. I'm going to catch this point right here, and I'm going to go to the midpoint, and right there looks a lot better. Alright, now grab all this. I'll do a copy. It should be exactly the same. Catch that end point there to there. Got all that on there. And straight across from this, I'll extend this over, and I know right through there, trim, and I'll use the midpoint of that to be my center of my circle. And the outside center diameter is 1.3. Okay, space bar, do another one, and the other one is going to be 0.5 diameter, or 1.5 radius, makes 1 diameter, and I'll do another center diameter of 0.5. So there's everything. This one right here is going to be a hidden line, so I'll go ahead and change it while I'm into it. This one we can actually see. That's really good. I'll take that out for the time being, and we'll put us a center mark in there. And that's as easy as going to annotation. And layers, properties, and annotation. Let me blow that up a little bit. I could have typed in center mark. Hit annotate here. Here's your center mark. And click on that, and I want my center mark to be underneath of Centerline. So we got that again. I'll throw this over here like that. So we've got that all set up. Let's trim everything out. Okay. So now we want to take 1/4 inch back, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch to do all that. So that's easy to do. And I can take and project over to that point and then come back 1/4 inch, come down and touch that point, come over another 1/4 inch. I could also offset it 1/4 inch, bring this guy back over here. And this line is this guy right here. Catch that quadrant, bring it over from there, bring it back 1/4 inch, and then straight down. And then just take and grab these and move them to where they need to be. Delete. And for the time being, these are going to be hidden lines for right now. And if they're not showing up as hidden lines too well, we'll trim all this stuff out. If they're not showing up as hidden lines too well, we can change the LT scale on this. LT scale, it's line type scale, and 0.8 makes it look a little bit more finer. You can see the hidden lines, and these are really not showing up that great. So LT scale again, and 0.7. Okay. Let's see which line, what type of layer is that in? It's in hidden. It's just where the dashes are a little bit too far apart. So we'll just do an LT scale again. T scale. Let's do 0.5. That's showing up pretty good hidden lines there. Alright. So now we've got this fixed, and this is just going to take, and you're going to take and mirror this to the other side. And it's basically a mirror line there. Boom to boom. Trim it all out. And that looks great for the time being. And now these hidden lines will actually extend all the way. So this would be what it would look like in an orthographic multi-view. And I would actually grab these, and we're going to take them and put them up on the top. Grab each and every one. Don't leave any out. And then just copy. I'll catch that endpoint. I'll catch that endpoint. Enter. And then you just got to clean up here the same messes that we had. Just clean out the insides. Just like that. So basically, and then you've also got on this one, you got the hole that you've got to put in the back side of it. and you could go ahead and do that. But for time constraints, I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to do that broke out section on this, and it's just like this. We're going to take, and I want to zoom in here, and I want to hit polyline, and I need to make myself another layer, and I want to call it a short break line. And they are pretty thick and pretty heavy, so I want to say like 0.8 on that. I'll make it current, and I'll start drawing with it, polyline, and I want to catch it. I want to use my nearest, and what I did when I do that, hit polyline, I hit control right click, and it's a quick way to get to it, nearest, or you can set it down here in your snaps. And I'm just going to roughly just start making this line just zigzaggy. I'm making a short break line down through here. And I just want to be able to see this internal parts of this thing. And then I shoot it back up. And actually, I don't want to do that right there. It's okay, just leave it like that and we'll trim it out. It's fine. Get rid of that. So there's that short break line. If I hit line weights, you can actually see, this part coming to life. I'll turn my line weight back off. And all of this in here needs to be object lines now because we cut to the center of this thing. Okay, so what I want to do now is basically I'll grab this and I'll bring it down to there. I'll grab this and I'll bring it down to there because it'll be hidden lines where it's not cut. And I'll take that up to there, and I'll take this one up to there. Bring them on down. Bring that on down. And I'm just going to go ahead right now, and I want to change these to object lines. And then where this one right here is two separate pieces, we can break that. Modify, break at point. Click the line and then click the point and see how now it's broken. We can do that. We get all these in here like that. We'll change these back over to object lines, and of course make sure that we pull our center line out. We don't want it stopping right at the object line. So now, just a bit further. So now all we have to do is put our hatch in for whatever material it is. If it's a general hatch, we'll just come up here and hit general hatch. And hatch pattern, I'm just going to use a general hatch right here. Click that. And then this one down here would be a general hatch. Because anything that is being cut has to have these hatch marks and these section lines in it, and we'd have to make ourselves a section line layer to add to that. So basically that's what that would look like. Here's all your object, and we just wanted a detailed view of what that would look like inside, and that's what you're getting here. So what I want you to do is put this on a layout. Use your template when you're doing this, and I want you to fix this up, add your dimensions in it, and have everything completed and submit that. If you have any trouble, let me know.